Hello everybody, this is Dr. Willow Ariella, and in this video we're going to discuss a very important concept called cognition. Cognition is looking at the way we think and how we think and the way we acquire knowledge. So that is cognition, sort of thinking about thinking. And one of the concepts that's discussed in this chapter that I wanted to review a little bit more, I discussed it in another video, but again we are looking at Piaget's constructivist perspective. And as a reminder, constructivism and constructionism are sometimes thought of as the same thing by some theoreticians, and others think they are slightly different. But constructivism and constructionism are perspectives that say that humans construct or build or design their world primarily by our interactions. It also includes how we think about things. So we are thinking and we are learning and we are interacting with our environment, and so we are constructing our understanding of it. We are helping to affect and change our environment and influence it. And so we are actually constructing each other as well, in a way. Intelligence is still a hotly debated concept. In this chapter, you learn about some different perspectives of intelligence, and there are many definitions of it, and there is one on page 187. That's not the only definition of intelligence, however. Researchers are still investigating this concept to see what definition is really valid, and there's a discussion, and it's kind of a hot topic on how do you actually determine intelligence and what it is. So this is a really important concept to understand, and be aware that it is not a static, or it is not a solid concept, meaning that researchers are still investigating it, psychologists are still exploring what it actually is. And there's an important discussion too about how aging affects cognitive skills, and this chapter focuses primarily on Piaget's stages of development. I don't expect you to memorize all of them, but to be familiar with them and to understand some of the milestones in developing cognition and how those are affected as someone grows and develops. One of the things that's important to look at are people who are critiquing Piaget's perspectives. He's definitely not the only person who has done research on cognition in children. He's one of the major players in the field, and certainly a lot of people, a lot of researchers have taken his research and studies and done some additional studies, and they have found some weaknesses or criticisms of Piaget's perspective. So people such as Vygotsky have come up with a socio-cultural perspective that tries to bring in some other areas of one's environment to say that those play more of a role, or an additional role, than what Piaget focused on in his stages of cognitive development. The table on page 213 is a really helpful overview and comparison of Vygotsky's model and Piaget. Vygotsky, his research and perspective has actually sort of only come of age in the last 10 to 20 years, so his perspective is still fairly new in research and human developmentalist terms, and so people are still studying his perspective and figuring out where it has strengths and it has weaknesses as well. So it's helpful to be able to get an idea of how these perspectives or theories are developed, and then also to figure out how you can improve on them as well as critique them. There's a great site in the media resources that you can explore more on constructivism to get a broader understanding of it, as well as some information on Vygotsky, and you can find those resources in the book companion website that I've listed in the syllabus, as well as is in your textbook. So Piaget, definitely a prominent player in the world of cognitive development, that other people are also conducting research to see if his theory is the most appropriate, or if there are other theories that help explain cognition development and how we learn and understand the world, and such as Vygotsky's. So I encourage you to reflect on these. You know, does Piaget's theory help explain to you how your child develops, or how your niece or nephew or other child develops? Does it help explain your own cognitive development, or does Vygotsky's perspective better explain it? So be reflecting on those to see how helpful these theoretical perspectives are to you, and you can do your own mini scientific research on them. Thank you for your time and attention on this section. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.